Hello, dear mixed and biracial community. Welcome to the channel. And today's episode is MLS episode 9. And I'm going to pull up today's picture for the content. So, I wanted to say that today's topic is going to be talking about agreement and disagreement. Okay? And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about what this channel is about, what is it for, why this channel is made, and why this space, the mixed race space, biracial space sector is made in the first place, and why it was originally created. So, this particular sector space was created because a lot of biracial, mixed race, exotical individuals wanted to have their own voices. They wanted to be heard. They were tired of being punked by other races. They were tired of being bullied, tired of being silenced. So, with that being said, all the pressure, all the bullying, all the mistreatment, all the traumas, we decided, hey, we're gonna speak up. We're not gonna let these monoracial individuals keep punking us down. We're not gonna let even our family members and friends, fake friends, keep holding us down. We are tired. We are tired of everyone's bullcrap. We are tired of not being taken seriously. We are tired of being seen as pawns and jokes. And being embarrassed, being humiliated by people. We are tired of it. We're tired of being used as puppets. We're tired of being people's doormats. We've had enough. And we are going to create our own communities. That's for sure. That's a given for sure. No matter how much problems, no matter how many disagreements, no matter how much foolishness within the mixed and biracial community goes on, one thing's for sure is we are going to pull our bootstraps up and we are going to get back into the topics, back into the conversations. No matter how much time passes, no matter how much procrastination, we will get to a point where we will look around and we will be like, wait a minute, what are we doing with ourselves? What are we doing with our channels, our spaces? We are not progressing as a whole. We are not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're not going nowhere. We need to analyze ourselves and analyze the space. We need to think about what we were originally here to do. The assignment that we were here to complete. But we got too busy dipping in other people's pots of messiness and competitiveness and etc. So far to the point where we got lost in the sauce. Okay, but let me tell you, again, I know my mixed race, biracial, MGM people. We're gonna bounce back at some point. Even if we distracted, we still gonna bounce back. Now, you monoracials out there, I don't know about y'all, but I know my people, we gonna rise. We're gonna rise. We're gonna get back on track and rise eventually. Okay? So, with that being said, there's been a lot of speculation, but I'm not saying any names because I don't have the time to argue with people. But what I will say is that this space, while yes, you might have a lot of bad and negativity to this space, there are also a lot of positives about the mixed race, multiracial space as well. Okay? And yes, You will have people that will argue and disagree and fight almost. An internet fight online. But that doesn't make up the whole entire space. And definitely not my channel and a few other people's channel. We are here to be a family, to have a connection. Okay? And generally, when speaking about arguing and disagreements, there's going to be a lot of things we disagree about. And yes, there's going to be arguments. There's going to be a lot of like rumors. There's going to be a lot of statements made. A lot of problems. You're going to have that. But just because there's a few people that might be starting these problems or promoting nothing but distractions instead of what needs to be done, doesn't mean that's the whole entire community or sector. Okay? Okay? And in my space, I don't know about anybody else's, but I know in my space particularly, mixed race people can have a voice. Biracial people can have a voice. Okay? And yes, well, I myself or they themselves might disagree. That's totally okay. That is okay. But we can agree to disagree respectfully. Okay? Without having any foolishness. I can still separate the fact that the person, disagree. Like, I can still accept that they disagree, and I cannot take that personally, I can accept the fact that they disagreed without taking it personal. Is it a personal attack? I can accept that. Some of us that are actually trying to improve the biracial mixed race community can accept that mixed race people don't have the same experiences. Some of them will never have the same experiences, whether that's good or bad. Yeah, not every mixed race person has problems with their parents. Not every mixed race person has a problem with their family. Not every mixed race person has a problem with society. Okay, and there's some mixed race people that's all that they have is problems with everybody, or at least their family or friends or blah blah blah. But you get the point. Okay, like, it's okay to disagree. There's no personal attack with that. And guess, while you have some channels or people that are of mixed race or biracial or in this sector that might exhibit those behaviors, X, Y, and Z, that might exhibit the behavior of hatred because someone disagrees with them, they take it personal as a personal attack. That doesn't make up for the whole biracial and mixed race sector. So I am tired of people that aren't even in the sector, or they're just lurking, sitting up here and saying that biracial people are only here to start drama. As if that's the whole sector, that's the whole entire space. And it's like, no. Yes, you have a few, but that's not the whole entire space. Okay? Especially not my channel. Now, you can't talk about my channel. Now, I don't know who else you're talking about, but it definitely ain't me. Or some others. Okay? But yes. Back to what I was saying. Biracials and MGMs have the right to agree or disagree. Okay? You disagreeing with me or any other person in the sector is not a personal attack. Okay? We are here to share our experiences for a reason. And yes, there might be times where we can't relate to each other. But that's perfectly okay. Not everyone on this earth relates to each other, or can relate to each other's experiences, or I don't know, their or how they look. Okay, that's just how life is. And even if you relate to a couple of things, rather that's what you have in common, such as like your favorite book, or 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 your skin tone or something like that, or your favorite TV show. That doesn't mean that you have everything in common with that person, okay? Just because you have a few things in common, or you might agree on a few things, doesn't make up for a lot of the things. So, okay, we get that. I just hate when people try to trash the mixed race sector and say that we're all about drama. We're all about negativity. We're all about spreading this, spreading that, spreading colorism, spreading texturism, talking bad about this group of people, that group of people. It's like, for one, you don't even know what this sector really is about. If you stayed long enough, which most of y'all don't, y'all only come to these pages for a hot second and then try to assume, or like, yeah, make assumptions of what y'all think y'all know when y'all really don't know jack. Okay, let's start with that. And then two, and then another thing is that y'all just want to be messy and start stuff. And another thing is that I have a feeling that some of y'all want to start stuff so that y'all can prohibit other mixed race people or light skinned people into these spaces. Y'all want to make us look bad so that other mixed race or biracial people don't want to come to these spaces. That's what it is. And then, like, yeah. It's all I just said. So, like I said, I'm going to say it again. This space is here to be open for all biracials and multiracials. Yes, you might have a few spaces that are mainly based off of drama and disagreements and violent disagreements. Verbally abusive disagreements. Personal attack disagreements. But that doesn't make up for the whole sector. That doesn't make up for the whole biracial sector. Okay? So yeah, that's all I had to say. And for my biracials, multiracials, thank you all for listening. And with that being said, have a great day. And goodbye.